and Cat Fitness.
That's right. We in the building.
All right. What are you making?
So today we're making a traditional street food from Venezuela. It's called Arepas. Okay. So the reason why I wanted to do this, my mom's Venezuelan. I'm half black, half Venezuelan. And when I told her I was going vegan or I wasn't eating meat, it kind of blew her mind. So I wanted to show her that I can still eat traditional foods that come from her country and still be vegan. So I wanted to show you guys something quick and easy. Couple of ingredients.
Yeah. I'm in the sidecar because I don't really know what's going on. It's going to be my first time eating this.
He's just here for some extra muscle
That's
today.
it. I'm security. Security.
All right.
So, while he's chopping everything up, Jane, you can come over here and check this out.
Oh, I love your shirt. Vegan Muscle Team.
Wow.
Way to go. Jeez.
So, the prime ingredient in this to get everything started is the masa, right? You can go to any of your Latin stores and find the masa. You can use a similar masa, which is for Peru. I think it's Peru or Ecuador.
This is it?
Yeah, this is the masa right here.
What is masa?
So it's a cornmeal. What you do is take the cornmeal, you add water to it, and it turns into this doughy state, right? So once it turns into this doughy state that you can work with, that really doesn't stick to your hand, you see it's not really sticking to my hand. It's like Play-Doh. That's the consistency that you want.
Yeah.
So you get it to this consistency, you heat up your oven, you want it on probably medium with some olive oil sprinkled in there.
Okay.
The whole purpose of it is you're going to give it a nice toasty edge.
Wow, it's pretty thick.
Yeah. The reason why you want it a little bit thick and not too thin is because we're going to stuff it.
Ooh.
We're going to stuff it today with some black beans, some avocados, some onions. I call it like my black bean guacamole. Okay?
Okay.
So we're going to get these started for you guys.
And you're working hard over
Man,
here.
I am just chopping stuff. I'm just chopping stuff up. I'm the prep cook, I
You're
think.
the prep cook and
I'm
you're
the
doing a
prep
great
cook,
job.
But I will eat it though.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, Kobe and Shaq. We in the building. We in LA today.
The vegan Kobe and Shaq.
The vegan Kobe and Shaq
Yeah.
out here today. Okay.
Yeah, when are you going to get Shaq to,
Yeah, he need to get on them plants for real, right?
Yeah,
he a little bit heavy.
Yeah, he needs to get on the plant-based bandwagon, man, because
But it's
he's missing out.
It's a lot of people becoming more conscious, especially in the sports world, because your recovery time with your muscles and everything, you don't get the inflammation in your joints like you do when you eat dairy, you eat meat and stuff like that. And people are that light bulb is starting to go off.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So,
all right.
Okay, so this is the first one. This is nice. You can see the consistency right there. We're going to put it right into the pan. You can hear the sizzle.
Yeah.
We're going to get it nice and toasty. We're going to get a couple of these things going for you guys.
Woo! And now, what really blew me away is that you were at the pig vigil, bearing witness to the pigs going to slaughter last night.
Yeah.
And then I asked you when you arrived here, after prepping all this food and getting all this food, how do you work out on the road? You told me you'd already worked out this morning.
Yeah. So we were lucky enough to be probably like 10 minutes from a 24-hour fitness. So we woke up, what was it, like 5 in the morning?
Yeah, 5:30. 5:30. And then we did our meditation, and then we went to the gym.
Oh,
well, actually, we did our meditation.
Meditation first, every day. You gotta stay connected to the source. That's how you make good decisions in your life.
Oh, wonderful. Wow, you guys are very impressive. I did not work out this morning.
We should have gave you a call. We were
you could have came down there.
Yeah, I could watch you.
okay.
All
so,
right.
we got another one.
And I want to say, Robert Margolin says, my joints feel better now than when I was in my 20s, thanks to being vegan for 30 years.
Yeah, right.
All right.
So it is truth to it.
Yeah.
So, right here, we're going to get the second one.
Take a look at that. And for those watching, welcome to my plant-based kitchen. We're so happy that you've joined us. And, these guys are living proof, absolute living proof that you can have the muscle. Let's see one more flex. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this vegan muscle. I mean, come on,
All
man.
plants.
All plants. All plants.
Yep.
Yeah. All right. So these are cooking. And
okay. So we got a couple of these cooking right now.
Yeah.
We're gonna heat up some black beans that are gonna go with the guac. So
Okay, Goya.
Yeah.
Yes, and they're naturally vegan. Like Goya is not a vegan company, but frijoles negros are vegan.
yeah, black beans.
So
Good source of protein.
You know about the app? Is it vegan? You probably know about the app. Is it vegan? Right?
Yes, yes.
It's a good app to get because you don't have to look through all the ingredients
Oh,
and things.
yeah.
You know, just click on it.
That's good. Is it vegan? The app.
Is it
Yes.
vegan? The app is a game changer.
Debbie Chu says very inspiring, and Becky Moreno, I forget the last name, but she says, "How do I start? How do you start going vegan?"
What? Go ahead.
No. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say for me, it was just understanding what my plate was gonna look like. So initially, I had a tough time maybe the first week until I used the resource Pinterest. I know a lot of you people know Pinterest.
Oh, yeah.
Easy app. I'd start typing in some of my favorite recipes that I would normally cook. Like say if you were gonna have, we want it nice and crispy on the outside, and then we're gonna throw them in the oven so they can finish off in the middle. But Pinterest was huge for me because say Taco Tuesday, right? Simple. I was like, okay, what do I do to make it vegan, right? Type in vegan tacos and you get all the recipes that you need.
What, on Pinterest?
On Pinterest.
Wow.
Yeah, so it was a simple app. 90% of us use Pinterest anyways. Now just reword what you're looking for. I know Yelp, huge for me when I was looking for restaurants. I go on Yelp, put vegan restaurants. All these vegan restaurants start popping up in my location that I didn't even know
Actually,
about.
what I use is Happy Cow.
I'm a happy cow. I'm a happy cow guy.
Initially,
Wait,
yeah.
Happy Cow changed my wife and I's life. Everywhere we went, Happy Cow, Happy Cow. We found some of the best restaurants we didn't even know were in our neighborhood. They're everywhere. They just keep popping up.
Yeah.
And when we take a trip to Miami, Happy Cow, we gonna get all the vegan.
Yeah.
I
all the
have
vegan
used
spots.
Happy Cow everywhere in the world. England, Vienna,
I love it.
Prague, Puerto Rico, and just
It
all
was
over.
yeah. If I hadn't, we went to Puerto Rico. It took us almost the whole trip to find something vegan. I didn't have Happy Cow at the time, and about the last day we found something vegan. Happy Cow helped you find it right away.
Well, guess what? Puerto Rico is going to have its first Veg Fest in April in Rincon. And
Really?
we're
Ready to go?
planning
You
we're planning to go.
ready?
You want to
You
go?
ready? Let's go. Let's go.
Come on, let's all go to Puerto Rico.
Let's go to Puerto Rico.
Yeah.
Are you
All
going
right.
to be there in Puerto Rico with us? That's
yes,
the question.
Yes, I'm going to be going to Puerto Rico for
Don't
the Puerto
play,
Rico
Jen.
Veg Fest. No,
Don't play.
listen, I was just in the Sedona Veg Fest yesterday. I just got back.
So I got a question, Kat.
Okay, we're over here.
How much of this do you want me to chop up? Should I just chop up one? Should I chop up the whole thing? How does the mix need to look?
Both avocados. We're gonna put the onions that you have right here, the tomatoes. We're gonna dump it all together. We're
You
gonna
want me
mix
to
it in.
cut everything up?
No,
Or
this is good right
this
here.
Okay.
This is good
And
right
it's
here.
both
We're gonna-
avocados.
Yeah, both avocados. We're gonna add the the lime. We got the lime. We got
Squeeze
the
that in
salt.
there?
Yeah, squeeze it. Chili, the red crushed chilies.
You know, I was a cook in my previous life, but I kind of forgot some things. I had to
Yeah.
forget. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So these are now both sides. They're cooked.
Yeah, they're getting nice and crispy.
Yeah, perfect. All right.
We're gonna throw these in the oven in a little bit. We're waiting for the beans.
They're going in the oven.
Yeah. So what you want to do is you just want to crisp the outside of them. Then you throw them in the oven for like another 10 minutes so the inside won't be doughy. So it'll be cooked throughout the middle. And then after that, all you have to do, let them cool down for a couple minutes, slice it right down the middle, and then stuff it with whatever you like.
Well, we're going to show, and guess what? All these people are saying, I think Rosie Santiago and Ann Gallahan, they want to go to the Puerto Rico Veg Fest too. Okay, it's coming up in April. We're going to promote it.
We're
We're
gonna
going to be
all
there.
party.
Woo!
Party in Puerto Rico this year.
Yeah,
That's
party
right.
in Puerto Rico. They need some partying right now. They've been through a lot. And of course, what they've been through has to do with climate change because animal agriculture is the reason why all the extreme weather is happening. Oh dear, I made a mistake. Okay, guess what? I screwed up. Jane screwed up. She forgot to take out everything that's in the oven. So if you just take it out and you can just put it on the put it around the bend. Sorry about that.
No, it's all
okay,
good.
my bad. While you do that, I'm going to focus on the beans and I'm going to go back to Monk. Yeah, but be careful. Be careful. We've got the black beans. We've got these how do you pronounce it again?
Arepas.
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 In the house.
Yeah.
Oh, fork. Okay, forks are right up there. Boom, right there. Okay.
Boom.
So boom, boom, boom. Okay, now I'm gonna go like this. And what are you doing?
I'm just smashing up these. I probably should have waited. I probably should have smashed up the avocado before I put the.
You know what? There are no mistakes. There are no mistakes.
It's all gonna taste the same.
It's all gonna taste the same. Here we go. We're just gonna smush it up, and so basically what we're doing is we're smushing up tomatoes, onions, and avocado.
It's like guacamole.
It's like a guacamole dish. Okay, so that's getting smushed up right there, and wow.
And the important thing, the most important thing about making food is you gotta make it with love.
Yes, make it with love.
And if you're using dead animals, there's no love in that.
Yes. Now, how long have you been vegan?
I over 3 years, and I was vegetarian for 2 before that.
Okay, wow. And what made you make the change?
Actually, I became vegan through meditation.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I got reconnected to all life and didn't want to harm anything else.
Oh, how beautiful. God, that's gorgeous.
Yeah,
that's how I roll. And so, okay, we've solved the problem.
We solved the problem.
Problem solved.
We're back in. You want to throw the arepas in there for a couple minutes?
Look at that.
Let them brown all the way around. And then once they're brown, we can take them out and then stuff them with the delicious black bean guacamole that we have.
Well, people are just joining us in progress, so we're going to start from the top.
Start from the top.
This is the base of it. This is, what is it?
It's masa.
And
so
masa
it's a cornmeal.
is made out of?
It's just a cornmeal. So they take the corn, it's kind of mushed down, you add water to it, and then it turns into this doughy state.
So if you wanted to create this, you would get cornmeal at the store?
No, you would get masa. You would go to a Latin market, and then go to the section where they have masa, and then usually, depending on which store it is, they make papusas, which I believe is either Peruvian or El Salvadorian, which is like a play off of the arepa. And then it's the same kind of dough, though.
So in other words, you don't want to make the this dough, this masa, at home from scratch.
I mean, I haven't. I personally haven't made it from scratch. I always get the masa
There's
from
probably
the store.
if you wanted to make. Some people are very into making masa from scratch. Somebody, Sarah Siegel says it's like matzo meal. So a lot of these cultures have sort of similar base in the cooking.
Exactly.
But if you don't want to make it from scratch, you can go to a Latin themed store and get masa, which is like this. I call it like Play-Doh.
Exactly.
And then you make it into these flat squares. First you put it in the pan, and then you put it here in the oven. Okay, there it is cooking. And so it's like...
We actually got a couple made. You want to see? We got some that's already
we'll
pre-cooked.
Show it, So then after you cook that, okay, first in the pan, then in the stove, then what happens?
So after that, it's time to eat. So it's time to go.
We're gonna cut it in the middle. Right?
Oh, you cut it up in the middle.
And we just stuff it with...
Well, let's do it. Let's do it. Let's do it. Okay.
We got a couple pre-made already.
Okay. Yeah, we're gonna clean up our work area here, and so we'll move all that over here. And so this is what we will stuff it with. And so let me go around the bend, and we've got the black beans cooking. That's perfect. Yes. And we've got actually another, Monk, there's another cutting board over there that you could use. Just to keep it nice and fresh, we got a second cutting board. And here we go. So this is...
It's about to go down.
This is what's inside. And I'll tell you what's inside.
So inside here you have onions, you have tomatoes, you have avocado. We're going to take some lime, sprinkle it over. We're taking some salt, and we're taking some crushed red chilies to spice it up, to give it a little bit of spice.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So we're going to cut up the lime real quick.
Wow. This is so good.
So, you got a knife? Ooh, look at that, Jane. It's making your mouth salivate right now.
Oh, wow.
Getting lime juice all over.
So we put some lime juice. Now, these are some pre-made, what would you call it? Masa...
Arepas.
Arepas. Oh, that's the basic. And you were saying it's like street food in Venezuela, like it's like going to a Subway. Everybody sells arepas. You could fill it with different things.
Exactly.
So instead of filling it with meat, we're filling it with veggies.
Exactly.
So I might try to attempt to cut this. I never have cut one before.
Well, you do the
Look
peppers
at these guys in the kitchen, and these every couple of minutes we got to do a flex, plant-based muscle. I am so impressed with
We gotta hold it because of this, though.
Yeah,
because
look at that plant-based muscle. Look at that plant-based muscle. It's extraordinary. These gentlemen are 100% plant-based. They do not eat animals or animal byproducts.
After you cut one, I want to try to attempt to cut one.
How did it change your workout when you went vegan?
The recovery time. The recovery time is amazing. If I get any type of little soreness or tendon, in one day it's gone.
Really?
In one day it's gone. You heal so fast on a plant-based diet because you don't have all the other stuff stopping your healing process.
How about you?
It's similar. So what I found was my energy levels during my workouts increased. Like sometimes I feel super fatigued afterwards. And I'm like, I want to go home and rest. But after my workouts, I'm like, man, I feel energized. So it was just going hand in hand with all the goals that I had in the gym, plus also helping out the world. You know what I'm saying? We have to think about it. It's like once we work on ourselves, once we figure out ourselves, it benefits everything. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of self-discovery when you become vegan, especially in my process. It was like, at one point, I was like, something's missing. And then once I transitioned to becoming a vegan, it was like the missing link. It brought the mind, body, and the spiritual connection for me personally all together.
Wow.
Yeah. And I'm 48, you know that, Jane.
I find that hard to believe.
And I feel
I'd like to see your driver's license.
I don't have one. They took it.
Okay, when I was bringing you gentlemen into the plant-based kitchen here, we ran across a man who said,
He said, wait till you get 49. He didn't know how old I was. When I told him how old I was, he didn't really say anything.
He didn't say anything.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So,
wow.
So right now we're adding the black beans onto our guacamole mixture.
And then I'm gonna stir it up. I'm gonna stir it all up.
Look at this. These guys know what they're doing in the kitchen. Look at that. Okay.
Come on, you want your... People always ask, where's the protein? It's
all in there.
Where's the protein?
Wow, look at that.
All in there.
Look at that. Look at that. Wow.
All in there. Then we're gonna sprinkle these peppers on it.
Ooh. A little bit of spice. We want to spice it up for you guys.
This is gonna be my first time eating this, and I told Kat if it ain't good, then
he's walking home.
No, I said I'm gonna take the car.
You're gonna take the car?
Says that she loves you guys. Magic Cook
we
says,
love you too.
I didn't know about the vegan app. That's great. People are starting to get the vegan app now that you've mentioned it, and it's called
Happy Cow.
Happy Cow.
Is it vegan?
Is it vegan?
Is it vegan?
Get both of them. Happy
Get
Cow.
both of those are game changers.
I live off of Happy Cow.
Okay.
Here we go.
What you want to do? As you can see, I just slid it down the middle of the arepa. Now it's ready for you to stuff it. Go ahead and stuff some of that delicious mixture in there.
Wow.
Boom, boom, boom.
Rosie Santiago says it looks very good.
Now, do you put hot sauce or anything else like that on?
You can.
Kimbu
You got hot sauce?
No, I mean, I don't know if we have hot sauce, but I'm just saying, would that be good on there? Some regular,
Yeah, you can put some hot sauce. Come on, stuff this thing up.
More?
Kimbu says you're representing the Bay grade.
Come on. Okay.
All right.
It's nice and stuffed.
Look at that. Look at that.
You got your healthy
Look at
fats.
that.
You got your proteins. You got your carbs. Come on. First time.
Okay.
First time for his arepa.
I'm telling you, if this ain't good, then somebody's walking home.
Okay.
I don't even know if I can bite this.
Everybody's saying Beverly Washington says yummy, yummy, yummy.
Amen. It's very good. I'm not even lying either. I'm telling you, if it wasn't good, like I said, he was going to be walking home. But this is delicious.
You're very straightforward. I know you would tell us. Well, I'm going to have to try this.
She has to.
So will you make me one, and I'm going to do one.
Go.
Now, make sure you leave enough we want to have one pretty picture.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so just you don't have to fill mine up all the way, but I want to have one for a pretty picture when we take a photograph. So this is the arepas, and here is the mixture. And so we learned that this is masa, which you can get, which is basically cornmeal made into a doughy substance. You fry it, then you heat it, and then you eat it.
Fry it, heat it, and eat it.
Fry it, heat it, and eat it. Okay, here we go. Look at these guys working in the kitchen.
This one for you, Jane, yeah?
This is for me. Don't fill it up too much because I do want to have a picture.
one more.
All right. I want to have a picture so that we could put it on our website.
You want me to hold
Look
you?
at this.
Yes.
Yes. I would like you to come around, Monk, if you could, and just you hold it like this, and I'm gonna go over there. So hold it steady.
Come on, she gotta come on.
Okay, and here we go. That's perfect. I'm very excited. Very excited.
First experience.
This is absolutely exciting.
Is it fun?
It's so good.
It's fun. It's easy. And the cool thing about it, you can grill vegetables. You can grill like onions, different kind of
You
vegetables.
change whatever you put, whatever you want in there.
Whatever you guys want to put in there. This is just a creation that I did back home. One day I was at my mom's house.
See, Jane, she ain't stopping. See,
I need to keep talking so I can keep eating.
it's true.
So it was a creation. I was at my mom's house. I just went vegan. She was kind of like, "Oh my God, what are you gonna eat?" So we made some arepas, which are vegan friendly. She had some avocados at the house. She had some onions, some tomatoes. She had some beans. I made this creation, and like it's a staple anytime that I go to my mom's house.
And has she accepted your veganism now?
Yeah.
Good.
She's starting to it's starting to make sense to her. She's getting more curious just by me living my life, being an example to her. She's starting to ask more questions for herself. You know,
the proof's in the pudding.
It's in the pudding.
Okay,
That's right.
the proof's in the pudding.
Right.
There you go. Get it.
Look
get
at
it.
that muscle. Look at that vegan muscle. This is so delicious.
But it's fun, isn't it, Jen? It's fun.
And it's like a sandwich, but more interesting.
Right,
Yeah.
right, exactly.
Yeah. And then, like I said, for a lot of people,
So good.
a lot of people say they don't have time to, cook
Yeah.
at home. I say the entire
I'm going to
process.
be terrible. I'm going to take a little bit more.
Go ahead.
I'm going to
You
drop
see
it in. There we go.
We made a lot.
And I'm not double dipping. Don't worry. Everybody says, "Are you double dipping?" No, we don't double dip on the show.
No double dipping.
No double dipping.
But the cool thing about it is it only takes probably like 15, 20 minutes to get the arepas made, and then whatever your mixture is, probably take another like 10 minutes.
Whatever you want to put in it.
Yeah.
I love this. I love
on.
you guys.
Thank you.
Love you guys. You inspire me.
You inspire me, Jane.
Well, you
You're
inspire
touching all
me.
our viewers out here.
Thank
Without
you.
you, we couldn't have a show like this.
But you know what? I mean, look, we're all on a journey.
Yeah.
I need to work out more.
Uh-huh.
Like I switch from one thing. Like one day it's Zumba, the next day it's yoga, the next
But
day
you're
it's...
doing something. I tell people, as long as you're, and I hear Monk say this all the time too. As long as you're being active, people fail to realize you can ride a bike, you can go for a walk, you can go for a hike, go for a swim.
It doesn't have to be in the gym.
It doesn't have to
Some
be.
people
in the
are gym junkies like us.
Yeah.
But you guys do inspire me because look, for people who... And here's the other thing. The industry out there, the agricultural industry that is destroying our planet, leading cause of greenhouse gases, leading cause of habitat destruction, because you have to destroy a lot of forests to grow crops to feed 60 billion farm animals, a leading cause of wildlife extinction, and they associate meat eating with masculinity.
Right.
These are men.
Yeah.
You can't get more masculine than these men, and it's all plants.
All plants.
Right.
It was something crazy last night that I heard. I think they were saying on a daily basis that what was it?
6,000.
6,000 pigs get slaughtered at that particular
Yeah, there's
slaughterhouse? Something like-
we're killing. These pigs have the emotional development of toddler human children. People
see it
who
in their
love
eyes.
their dogs and who eat bacon have a disconnect, and all we're doing is trying to say, wake up,
It's one and the
because
same.
that bacon, that ham, that hot dog did not grow on a tree.
Exactly.
It was a person,
They had emotions.
a person who is not a human person, but a person,
has a spirit.
and who has a spirit, and who had a mother, and who wants to live, and didn't sign up to be on your plate. And by the way, bacon is officially cancer-causing.
Man,
all
carcinogen.
processed
All
meat
day.
is a carcinogen.
And we're feeding it to our kids and stuff
Yeah,
now.
and would you feed your kids cigarettes? So how are you, I mean, you're spreading the word by being the example. We all use our skills. I'm a journalist, so I use my journalistic skills. You're a bodybuilder. You use your bodybuilding. Do you see things changing with guys?
Yeah, most definitely. I know, like I was telling you off camera a little while ago, I have a show back in the Bay Area called Eating from the Soul. And I'm taking people, DJs, radio hosts, to local vegan restaurants in the area and debunking all
There they are. They're like, hey, we'd like to go on.
They're missing me back in the Bay Area
Yeah.
right now. But debunking all these things that they thought that, plant-based, vegan food
Yeah.
tastes like.
Yeah.
And once they start trying it, they're looking for more resources.
Yeah.
Because when you go out, there's not as many restaurants and stuff.
Yes.
But as people see that it's coming, this is the new age, that
It's
we
happening.
need more.
It's happening.
The transition is happening right now.
It's happening. And the one holdout is the fast food industry. Casual dining is changing. TGIF Fridays has a Beyond Meat burger. The Counter, which is a big
I
fried
just heard about that.
Yeah, we went over and had it. Here, you come on over here. You hold it. Thank you. I say hold it a little higher because it makes me look better. And especially when I got these muscle guys next to me.
One time,
Oh God! Look at this. You look at this. Guys who say that they've been brainwashed into believing that somehow eating a plant-based diet is for wusses or whatever they want to call it. I don't want to use phrases.
You're not going to get enough testosterone.
Yeah, they're not going to get no.
Oh yeah, your testosterone actually increases.
Yeah.
Everything works better if you know what I'm saying.
Oh, we know what you're saying. We know what you're saying because it's systemic. Basically, heart disease kills 1 out of every 4 people. And heart disease is arteries to the heart getting clogged with plaque, which comes from cholesterol. Cholesterol only exists in animal products. There's no cholesterol in any vegetables. And just like the arteries to the heart are getting clogged, arteries in other areas of the body are getting clogged. Do the math.
Yeah.
You know what I'm talking about.
I have my cousin. I've been trying to get him to go plant-based for the longest time.
Yeah.
And he's been having some health issues and stuff.
Yes.
So he went plant-based 30 days ago. He said his A1C went from 9 point something to 7.5 and has lost 20-something pounds.
Woo!
In 30 days.
In 30 days. Without changing his activity level, without anything.
Yeah. So it's interesting because we have some major athletes like Dave Carter, former NFL star, who's now the 300-pound vegan. And he's actually less than 300 pounds because he's now ripped and he's not even 300 pounds, but he is just like you guys, muscular. We have other sports figures.
Well, they say that 11 players from the Tennessee Titans are vegan. 11 players.
Tennessee Titans, 11 players.
Yeah.
I'm telling you, it's the world is changing. So be part of this great movement. Don't be brainwashed. One of the things that I say is that the commercials out there subliminally manipulate you into associating eating fast food with upward mobility, family values, patriotism, sex appeal, masculinity, femininity. They throw it all in there. You got to think for yourself because that brainwashing, the people who own those, the CEOs, the ones who are making billions, they're not eating that food.
Exactly.
They're not. They have private chefs.
Well, they know what it is. Yeah. Why would they eat it if they know what it is?
Yes, exactly. So don't be a fool. Don't be a sucker and fall for that. And, the final thing I want to say is that people say, well, it's more expensive. It's not. You can get potatoes, you can get cabbage, you can get broccoli, very cheap, and mixed brown rice.
Exactly. It's easy. The poorest countries in the world have the best health.
Yes.
On grains and plants. So I mean, they're having a vegan diet already.
Yes, but unfortunately, we're trying to change that.
Right.
So what happens in America spreads to the rest of the world, and particularly what happens in California spreads to the rest of America. So what we're doing here is super important, and you guys are amazing. I'm going to get back to the camera 1 second, and I want to end with a...
Y'all better get on.
I want to end with a flex. I want to end with a flex.
Want to do double?
Oh,
well,
wait, there's a question.
Yes.
Paige Parsons Roche, who's one of our contributors, says, how do you suggest starting on the journey?
There's so much information out there now, right? When I did it myself, I had no idea, for one, what a vegan was when I went vegetarian. No idea. But like I said, how I changed to be meat free, I didn't know. I didn't have any information. So the first thing I did was I Googled how to keep muscle with on a vegetarian diet. And then when I finally figured out what a vegan was, I Googled vegan staples, just to get the main things that we're supposed to have to keep us healthy.
Exactly.
And then from there, you can just do your own thing. But I Googled vegan staples just so I know what I needed. So a lot of vegans, the term vegans are junk. There's a lot of junk food vegans. They don't get the nutrients that they need. Mm-hmm. So they're eating all this stuff, and you're wondering why they're in the condition they are.
Like vegan donuts.
And
it should be a treat.
Right. The sad part about it is when, oh, they're vegan, why do they look like that? You know, they always equate that.
Yeah.
Their diet to their physical condition.
Exactly.
Well,
and anybody can have
of Americans are overweight or obese.
Right.
And, you know, people, it's like, if a vegan goes to a doctor, the doctor often goes, well, your vegan diet. It's like, what about the 99.999% of other people in the hospital who aren't vegan or vegan?
Yeah, they always blame it on veganism.
Yeah.
But it has nothing to do with it. Because if you have a whole food plant-based diet, if you have a whole food plant-based diet, you're gonna be healthy.
Yeah.
That's just that's the bottom line.
Now, Kimball R. Simmons Alexander says, Monk, tell us your age again. My dad is watching, please.
I was born in 1969.
So you do the math.
You do the math.
Well, you're
I'm
40.
I'm 48. I'll be 49 this year.
Woo! Okay, well, one more flex. And wait, we're getting so many comments. Nicole Lindman says, before I went vegan, I had watched many documentaries about food and had learned all about the poison in the typical Western diet. I got to the point where I would be in the store and start crying. Yeah, people, we got to change. And, you know, I think you're an incredible inspiration to kids because kids are suffering. I mean, they target kids.
Exactly.
That's why type 2 diabetes is running through the kids already.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It's already starting.
It was something when we were growing up that you
unheard of.
Yeah, you wouldn't even worry about until like probably your 50s or 60s and stuff like that. And now, as young as like 8-10-year-old kids,
childhood obesity is just crazy.
It's running rampant.
I just would love to see you guys just tour every school in America. And talk
that's
to
what we're
kids.
going to do.
That's the goal.
That's
wow.
So
Make it
with
happen.
you guys' help out there,
That's right.
If you want us to come out, you can reach us. Where can they find you on Instagram?
Instagram, I am Vegan Monk.
You can find me on Instagram, CatFitness3. We're looking to do more speaking events, talking in communities across the nation.
Across the world, what you talking about?
Across the world.
Cindy Frett loves being vegan, says my niece just became a vegan.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, and so in your family, because I often find it's those closest to us who can be the hardest to switch out.
Yeah.
Not so much my family, because I've got a nephew who's vegan, his daughter's been vegan from birth, and I've got, you know, the others are on the journey. But friends, I've got a lot of friends who just, they will not hear this. Yeah. They are shut down. They will not respond. And, you know, I just really don't know how to get to them.
Well, I say it's not really getting to them. I say it's leading by example. I know initially when I started my journey, my wife was like, that's going to be your thing, right? Mm-hmm. And 5 months went by. She was suffering from some IBS issues, some thyroid issues, and the doctors were going to say they might have to operate. She was going to be on medication. And then she was like, babe, you're telling me, you know, you're feeling so wonderful. You're looking so great. She was like, I want to try it. She was like, what do I need to do? And I told her, we did it for 30 days and all her symptoms went away.
And now she's vegan?
And now she's vegan.
Woo!
So shout out my wife,
Whoa!
Shay, and my
no, go ahead. My wife did the same. My wife did the same thing.
Yeah.
She said she was never gonna stop eating meat.
Yeah.
She said that's your thing. I'm never gonna stop. Guess what? She's doing handstands every day, telling people to turn to plants. That's what she's doing right now. So she's not only a vegan, she's promoting veganism.
Wow.
Tammy, I know you're watching.
Oh, you guys.
I got a couple clients out there because I do train out in the Bay Area. Melanie, huge. If you go to my page, Cat Fitness on Facebook, you can see some of her before and after pictures.
Amazing.
Oh, wait, breaking news. This is so important. Sherry Miller says, how do I balance lack of protein? This is the big myth.
Yeah.
There is more protein in kale than there is in steak. Explain, Monk.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, for one, the reason why they push protein is because protein is always associated with meat.
Yeah.
And they're trying to push meat. They're not really trying to push protein. They're trying to push the meat. Yeah. Our bodies don't even need that much protein. Yeah. Forget about where you get the protein. We don't even need it. We are protein. There's a book called Proteinaholic. Yeah. It shows how much we're so centered on protein. We think this is the macro that just is the top macro. Really, carbohydrates is what we need more of. Yeah. High carb diets is what we thrive off of.
Mm-hmm. And people fail to realize when we consume a lot of protein, a lot of it, our body just, we rinse it out.
Yeah, that's it.
We don't even absorb all the protein that we
eat more protein than any culture in the history of humankind.
And we're the sickest.
Not healthier for
we're the sickest.
Exactly.
Right, yeah. Well, you know what? You guys are just such a wealth of information. I am just so blown away by you guys.
Thank you.
I want everybody in the world to hear from Cat Fitness and the vegan monk.
Hey, I want to get a quick shout out to a couple of the people that while we were out here showed us so much love.
So much love.
Chef Babette, wonderful person.
we
If you guys
love
aren't, if you guys aren't following her, make sure you follow her. Angela from
Jackfruit Cafe.
Cafe.
Yeah.
You might know her as Felicia from Friday, doing amazing things over at her restaurant. We had Vegan Fat Kid.
Vegan Fat Kid.
Showed us so much love out here.
Buena Hunter.
Our luck.
Purgatory, the pizza.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Shoo.
If you ever want to try vegan pizza and you're in the LA area,
Please, I'm going
have
every
to.
time I come here. I'm
Have
going
to. It's going to make you a believer.
Oh,
Right.
wow.
Yeah, so-
Okay, you're giving me great ideas. We have done Jackfruit Cafe.
Yeah.
We love Chef Babette. We've had her on several times. And she is a dynamo.
Oh,
She's
yeah.
a
Man,
dynamo.
right? How much
Man.
energy she?
Oh
how
my
much
God!
energy?
She does.
Man,
She's
level
right up
20.
there with your ripple muscles.
right.
She's up there.
Yeah. All right, guys. Keep changing the world. We love you, and share this video.
Yeah,
Share
come on.
this
Make sure you guys
video.
follow us on Instagram too and on Facebook.
I'm gonna put all that stuff in the post so everybody can follow these guys. Let's change the world. Let's become a kinder world. Let's realize that animals are friends, not food, and we don't need to kill them. We can look like this.
Like this.
We can look like this without
There you go.
any dead animals. Woo!
See you guys.
You're live on